Hello everyone. Welcome to the module on the cardiovascular system. In this module, we will talk about one of the most important pathologies of the CVS, that is the cardiovascular system, which is arteriosclerosis. Now, arteriosclerosis further includes three subtopics, that is atherosclerosis, arteriolosclerosis, and Monckeberg sclerosis. So, these are the three subheadings of arteriosclerosis. Okay. Now let us just talk about what is basically arteriosclerosis. Arteriosclerosis is hardening of the artery. It's as simple as that. It is just hardening of the artery with arterial wall thickening and loss of elasticity. That means the walls become less compliant and there is arterial wall thickening. Now, talking about the first subtype, that is arteriolosclerosis, it is one of the most common types of arteriosclerosis and it majorly affects small arteries and arterioles. Okay. Now, arteriosclerosis is of two types, that is hyaline and hyperplastic. Okay. Now, hyaline arteriosclerosis is majorly thickening of the vessel wall, that is secondary to the plasma protein leak into the endothelium. This is essential in hypertension and diabetes mellitus. Please remember that hyaline arteriosclerosis is related to hypertension and diabetes mellitus and it is caused because of plasma protein leak. Okay. Now you can look in this diagram, this thickening of the arteries or the small artery is a hyaline like structure causing hyaline arteriosclerosis. Now talking about hyperplastic arteriosclerosis, it shows a onion ring or the onion skin appearance. Okay. Now this is majorly in severe hypertension or malignant hypertension. Okay. So it is in severe or malignant hypertension. Now it is due to proliferation of smooth muscle cells, whereas in the hyaline part it was due to plasma protein leak. So you understand the difference? Now talking about Monckeberg sclerosis or the medial calcification sclerosis, it is usually unknown or uncommon and it is not symptomatic. Okay. Now it affects majorly medium sized arteries and is calcification of the internal elastic lamina and the media of the arteries. Okay, so the intima and the media is affected. Is it clear? So there is calcification of the elastic lamina and the media of the arteries and there is vascular stiffening without obstruction. So there is no major obstruction as in cases of arteriolosclerosis, but there is definitely stiffening of the vascular vessels. Now this leads to a pipe stem appearance on the X-ray. You can look at this X-ray. There is pipe stem appearance and it does not obstruct the blood flow. Okay. I'm sorry, the intima is not involved, only the media and the elastic lamina is involved. Is it clear? So we have already spoke about arteriolosclerosis and Monckeberg sclerosis. Now let us talk about one of the most important cardiovascular pathology, that is atherosclerosis. Now atherosclerosis is most common and this is the disease of elastic arteries and large to medium sized muscular arteries. So it is majorly due to elastic arteries or large to medium sized muscular arteries and is formed of arteriosclerosis, which is caused because of cholesterol plaques in the intima. That means if this is the lumen, there is cholesterol plaque deposition. Is it clear? Now what is the incidence or the location where this occurs? Always remember it is primarily in the abdominal aorta, followed by the coronary artery, popliteal artery, carotid artery, and then the last one is circle of Willis. Is it clear? So this is the increased incidence of atherosclerosis. So it can maximally occur in the abdominal aorta. That is, most number of cases occur in the abdominal aorta and the least is in the carotid artery or the circle of Willis. Is it clear? Now, there are different kinds of risk factors of atherosclerosis. The risk factors are divided into two parts, that is modifiable and non-modifiable. Modifiable means which can change over a period of time. That includes smoking, hypertension and dyslipidemia. That means decrease or increase in the cholesterol content. And it also includes diabetes. These are the modifiable causes. That means it can be altered with medications or lifestyle changes. Whereas there are different non-modifiable risks that includes age, sex and family history. Now remember that increased incidence is seen in men and postmenopausal women. Now why is this? Atherosclerosis, the estrogen plays a protective mechanism against atherosclerosis, and hence it is seen more in men and postmenopausal women. Is it clear? Now, what are the symptoms? The major symptoms include chest pain, that is angina, claudication, and it can also be asymptomatic if the deposition of the cholesterol is less. Now, what is the progression or the pathogenesis? The pathogenesis includes inflammation, that means the major inflammation of the arteries, and this leads to endothelial cell dysfunction. Okay. Now, endothelial cell dysfunction leads to macrophages and LDL levels accumulation. Now, when there is excessive accumulation of macrophages and LDL, there is production of something called as foam cells. Okay. Now, these cells leads to production of fatty streaks, and hence it leads to smooth muscle cell migration, which involves PDGF and FGF. Now, there is excessive smooth muscle migration proliferation, and hence leads to extracellular matrix deposition. Now, this extracellular matrix deposition acts like a fibrous plaque and leads to complex atheromas. Okay. Now, when these complex atheromas calcify in presence of calcium content, it leads to blocking and stiffening of the arteries. Is it clear? So, this is the major pathogenesis pattern, and the important parts is formation of foam cells and fatty streaks, which leads to extracellular matrix deposition. Is it clear? Now, what are the complications of atherosclerosis? The major complications of atherosclerosis include aneurysms, that means ballooning of the artery, ischemia, infarcts, peripheral vascular disease, thrombus, and which can lead to emboli. So, it includes aneurysm, ischemia, infarcts, peripheral vascular disease, thrombus, and emboli. So, this is all about arteriosclerosis, which includes atherosclerosis, arteriolosclerosis, and Monckeberg sclerosis. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, please click on the like button and do subscribe to this channel. Let me know in the comment section below which topics do you want me to explain. Thank you.